in line, discipline over pride. Hair long, I need a scribe or a reader with a vest. Drop a bone when I teach, throw a nuke in a rhyme. I'ma say it with my chest, he was running out of time, nigga Gaza.
It's bombs over Baghdad to save the outcast. Put your big boy boots on. We marching 3 stacks of the greatest men in the world from city to city. We don't run from none of the smoke, be a nigga of a chimney. How your bishop charge a couple of grand and shake his hand, or ask for 60 mil to pay for a private jet. My bishop can mobilize over 1,000 men to take the word of God with no past there's ever step. The valley of decision getting heated with precision. It's gonna make the first exit is hard to remember. We establishing Christ branch of the government right here in the heart of the District of Columbia. Ain't no time to vote when you out there hustling the wars in Southeast to let you live. If you don't run from them, my God will subdue you. Do you like a butt lift? Step the wrong way and get that ass handed to you.
When you hit a siren, prepare for the waster. Like an earthquake when the Lord come to shake up. Line them up, shape up. You can't even plan. Burn too with his hands closed. Whether you believe it, it's gonna happen fast. Salvation for the foolish, revelations come to pass. It's finna be a blast. Bombs on Babylon, let it simmer to the grass. It's pinnacle to wipe the slate, cleaning off the glass. It ain't tentative, it's certain, it's imperative to happen when it's prophecy. It don't cost to count the fact that cause the fire upon Gaza is just a natural disaster. Gotta move like a serpent cause I know the dragon watching. You can find us on the corners where they leaning off some boxing. The devil in the lab, mixing up a concoction, dopamine through your celly. Shots of the neurotoxin, check it. What I look like, crying over Gaza. When my people smoked out, tweaking off of the Zaza. When my sisters bugged out, chasing after the Prada. When black boys in the streets, cause they don't got a da-da, I hear they tired of us talking about slavery. I'm tired of hearing about a white man saving me. They in the Middle East, I'm scattered in East Baltimore. He told me leave Babylon, so I don't even call no whore. Think about it, these heathens don't warfare. Imagine the power it took to make you hate your hair, make you hate your skin, make you hate your life, make you hate your kid, make you hate Black Christ.
You are now flying.
All day when it comes to prophets, we don't play. Reaching Israelites in the four corners every day. Breaking soil, yeah, we're royal, and we teaching in His might. We don't fight for corners, but instead we're taking flights. We taking over the world. 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 Yeah. Had to take a tour, now we loading up the top. In the worst city, it get litty in Chicago. Not in my house, get old block like my tongue.
Hard times make strong men. When we see crap like this, you got to do something, man.
Don't fool yourself. We still in slavery.
We being hanged, we being killed. And they love doing it.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Most High in Christ bless. I do not see myself on the screen.
No, sir.
Where we at? Most High in Christ bless Israel. Happy Sabbath. While they getting everything together. Let's read the disclaimer real quick.
Israel united in Christ.
There we go. All right. Go ahead. Read the disclaimer real quick.
Israel united in Christ. We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent, Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1, King James Version.
All praise, all praise. Let's try that one more time. Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ bless you. Happy Sabbath to you all, man. I pray all is well with you. Pray is all well with your families, with the nation of Israel. Hey, I'm Captain Nashon. Welcome to the Bible, another edition of the Bible, Book of Our Fathers. I'm Captain Nashon. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. Ezekiel.
Shalom, shalom, Officer Zaria.
Shalom, Israel, Officer Ehud.
I'll say like him. Shalom.
All praises, all praises. Before we get into the topic, I did want to touch on a little something. It's going into the topic, but it's also had to do with what Bishop Yawasop been talking about with the fatherless households. And we was actually taught and made to be like this through systematic racism. Okay, to the fathers not being in the households, the abortions, and all this, hating one another. We've been made to be like this. Right. So I just wanted to touch on a little something before we actually get into the topic, which is still part of the topic. It ain't really far from it. So hey, give me that first video. The first video. I got everything right in order for y'all. There y'all go. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All praise to the Lord. All right, play this first video for me.
Like, I'm a woman of God.
Wait, hold on, baby. Stand up real quick. Go ahead and give us a quick little... No. Leave everything how it was. Go ahead, give us a quick little 360. You claim that you're a woman of God just straight away.
Hold on, pause it. Right from the rip when the video started, I'm a woman of God. This is your Christian church today. This is your Christian church today. This is Christianity in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. This is exactly how they are. I'm a woman of God. Meanwhile, the brother, the host of the podcast, he asks, because he already sees, he can see what she got on. Right. His thoughts is already like, a woman of God, this ain't adding up. That don't mean it makes sense. He's like, stand up for me real quick. Okay, she ain't got no problem standing up. That's fine. Check out my outfit, da-da-da. But then he hit her with the haymaker.
She realized what he was doing.
Right, hit her with the left real quick. She ain't even see it. Hit her in the blind spot. Hey, turn around for me. Oh, no, out of respect. You didn't respect yourself when you left the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? And whoever let you come out of the house like that didn't have no respect for you whatsoever. So go ahead, play. Push play.
Women be scamming with the Lord. That kind of hurts my feelings because y'all be scamming with the Lord. I truly believe that a man follows God and a woman follows man. And most of what you'll know of God will come from man. And when you guys start saying, I'm a woman of God, I already know you're scamming. Because the thing is, you act like I was trying to have you do a 360 to exploit you, when in reality, I could stand up right now and do a 360. I wouldn't think twice about it. I wouldn't feel any kind of way. Why? Because I'm wearing what God would have me wear. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not a man of God. Sometimes I live in that identity, but you a woman of God out your mouth.
Pause it again.
But
again, she really believes that she's a woman of God. And why does she believe that? Because this is what Esau, our enemies, have taught the pastors of today on how to teach their congregation, meaning the black church.
Right.
So then it resonates out in the world, out in our communities. They think it's okay because she may hit a Sunday church ceremony for 15 minutes real quick, get up out of there, pay some tithes, get up out of there, and she think and she sang a song or three, and she think it's all good. She thinks she good, she's straight with the Lord. Real quick before we continue, get Proverbs 7 and 10.
And Cap, just to add to that, not only does she think she's okay, but she probably dressed just like that at church as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't doubt it.
Right.
I wouldn't doubt it because they say that it's okay to come.
Exactly.
They say to come as you are. You know what I mean? And even in here, yeah, you come as you are, but you gotta have the mentality of changing. Even most of the people that come here, they already started on that path to change. Whether they was smoking weed, they started. They you know what I mean. They knocked that out before they were eating pork, whatever it may have been. Putting on the fringes, growing out your beard. You pretty much started that thing before you. A lot of us before they came in, they was like, man, let me get right a little bit. Let me at least start to make some type of
put the weed down.
Right. Let me start to make some type of progression towards what I've been learning. You know what I mean? But not the Christian church, not the black Christian church. Go ahead, read that.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And behold, There met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
It met him a woman. This is the guy on the podcast. Met him a woman with the attire of a harlot. The problem is that the Christianity church is not teaching that you will be judged for your attire, like it says in Zephaniah 1:8. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? You will be judged for your attire, but they not being taught the judgments of God. This is something that we need to be redeemed from. Going into the topic. Read on.
And subtle of heart.
And subtle of heart, meaning her mind not right because she's not being taught right. She's displaying what her enemies have taught her over generations and generations. The enemy may not have necessarily set her down and taught her, but by the things that they have done to us, like we was going into last time we was on, I hosted, by the things that they taught our people through generation, she's perpetuating that thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All praise.
Follow?
Huh? You got me? You got me? Yeah. Play the rest of the video.
I look at these clothes. I don't know.
But if you were
I missed the last part. All right, never mind. Okay, so the point is that this is what Christianity teaches. This is what our enemies have to. She says that she fears God and that she's a woman of God, but her whole outward look says otherwise. You know what I mean? She talking about out of respect, I'm not going to turn around. What are you talking about? You chose that outfit. Right. It's accountability as well. Our people hate that damn word, and they ain't doing it. Go ahead, Austin.
Hey, Cap, she wasn't about to take no accountability.
No.
When you heard the butt, she was about to try to swerve that thing.
No
accountability.
Absolutely not. Hey, go to the next video. Oh no, yeah, go to the. Is it a? So okay, all right. Now okay. Now you're bringing me back. All right. So when Christianity or our people in general dress like that, when our sisters dress like that, and then they got these abortions, and then you know what I mean, you mention abortions to them, okay, and they're like, well, what about rape? And what about you know what I mean? What about somebody that was molested? So here's a chart right here. I want to show y'all this chart right here. And it says, put it on the screen, y'all. So it says reasons for seeking abortion. Now you notice the colors, you know what I mean? It's not just a little pretty little circle. Those colors actually mean something. All right. Hey, also excuse me. Can you see those? Can
yes,
you see
sir.
That? Start from the left.
Light blue, 0.4% rape and incest.
So what is? Read that again.
0.4% rape and incest.
So this is reasons for abortions. These are reasons for our people going to the abortion clinics. Okay, so a lot of our sisters like to, because they have no accountability, they like to give the excuse, what about rape? What about incest? The light blue says 0.4 out of 100. Wow. It says 0.4% is because of rape and incest.
And incest and rape should be in two different categories.
It really should. It really should. So that number is probably even lower than that. Right. It's probably like 0.1. It's probably like 3/8.
So when even when people say, "Well, it's 1% or less than 1%," mm-hmm. It's not even actually an entire percent. It's less than half of 1%. Mm-hmm.
So exactly.
And look at the yellow one too.
Yeah, we're gonna look at all of them.
Yes, sir,
read the yellow one.
Yellow.
You can't even see yellow on the damn circle.
Right. Yellow. 0.3% risks to the woman's life or a major bodily function.
So you also hear that there might be implications or problems in the pregnancy.
Right.
It says the yellow is 0.3% of that happening out of all abortions. Okay, go to the next one. The purple?
Purple. 2.2% other physical health concerns.
So same thing, other physical health concerns. That's 2.2%. Green?
Green, 1.2% abnormality in the unborn baby.
So okay, something unnormal going on with the birth. Okay, that's 1.2%. All right. So what's the rest? There's one more category left. What's the rest?
Dark blue.
Dark blue.
95.
The whole damn circle. Go ahead.
I was a whore.
Right. That's what that means. That's exactly what it means.
I was I was a whore. Excuse me. Damn. Excuse me.
That's it.
Or unfit, ready to be father. You know what I mean? It goes both ways.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
okay,
sir, it does.
I laid down with him voluntarily and told him to take the condom.
Right. Damn. What are you pulling that out for?
Damn.
Yeah, that's what they say.
We don't need that.
You think I'm dirty?
You think I'm dirty?
Right,
Damn.
that's what they saying.
That thing say elective and unspecified reasons. Elective means she chose to just kill the baby.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because her career.
She chose to murder the baby. She chose to lay down with the man. She chose to wear that outfit and get enticed. And be seductive out there.
Or I already got 4 kids.
Right. You chose these things. 95.9% is elective. I can't see that, y'all. Elective and what?
Elective and unspecified reasons.
And unspecified reasons, meaning it can be whatever. It's whatever outside of marriage. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't. He's good enough to sleep with, but he ain't good enough to have no kids with. He ain't good enough to get married to, but he's good enough to come over at 3:00 in the morning after being out at the club and all of that. So I wanted to show this chart and all of that. Hey, go to the next video. Now we're gonna go to a video with an actual doctor that does abortions. All right, let's see what he got to say.
Absolute truth. I did 1,200 abortions, first and second trimester.
Pause.
One was for.
So he said he did over his career. He did. I believe that's what he's referring to. Mm-hmm. But over the length of his career, he said that he did 1,200 abortions.
Murders.
1,200 murders. Right. So go ahead, play.
Rape. 2 were for incest.
Run it back a little bit. My bad. Just start it over.
I did 1,200 abortions, first and second trimester. 1 was for rape, 2 were for incest, about 9 or 10 were for genetic defects like trisomy 21, and all the rest of them were healthy moms and healthy kids. People believe what they want to believe, and they don't want to believe that, but that is the truth.
You see that? This is coming from a doctor that actually does the abortions. So all your excuses and everything that you say is just, that's exactly what it is, an excuse, and you don't have any accountability. You get Sirach chapter 32 verse 17. Sirach chapter 32 verse 17. That's what's going on with our people. They hate to be held accountable. They hate to look at themselves and see what they actually are doing. You can't tell our people nothing. If you out there, you know what I mean, you out there acting like a whore, don't talk about, I'm a godly woman. That outfit says otherwise. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Your action says otherwise. These are things that our people need to be redeemed from. Go ahead and read that.
Sirach chapter 32 verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
You see that? A sinful person, man or woman, will not be reproved. They will not be corrected. You can't tell. Don't tell me how to live my life. You can't judge me. Meanwhile, you got 5 kids and 7 baby daddies. I don't even know how that added up. But some of them got more baby daddies because the baby daddy that they took to court is not really the baby daddy, so then they got to bring somebody else the baby daddy. Wow. Meanwhile, he was the baby daddy for about a year. You understand? You know, this is crazy, man. It's crazy. Read it again.
Damn. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse.
They find what?
An excuse.
They find an excuse. Anything is an excuse, a reason for your lust. Go ahead, read on.
According to his will.
That's your lust. According to your will. You find an excuse according to your will. These are the things that we need to be redeemed from. Our brothers and our sisters need to be reminded of how important the marriage system is. Okay, they're not being shown that in today's society, neither by their parents or by their pastors, their entertainment system, their music. It don't matter. They're not being shown how important it is for marriage. And then you get numbers like this, or what we're seeing, and you get, you know what I mean? You get all of this stuff that's happening in our world today. But the Bible is what's going to redeem us. The Bible is what's going to heal us and fix us up. Okay? Was that it on there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go to the next. I think it was one more video. Was there one more? Yeah, go ahead. So this is This is an interview with how you say his name? Shay Shay, the football.
Yeah, Club Shay Shay.
And Kiki Palmer.
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp. There you go. And
Lord.
Kiki Palmer. But she actually says she's talking about Ice Cube when she did a movie with Ice Cube, and she actually says some good things about Ice Cube's character. And this is how we should be. Instead of letting our sisters come out like the first video that we seen, instead of letting our sisters come out like that, you know what I mean? You should be mindful of how to treat your women or what to say to them or correct them. Okay, let's play the video.
Long shots with Ice Cube. You know, he was very cool, very chill. He didn't say too much, a man of few words, but very nice. And one day they were like, Ice Cube wants to speak to you. And I'm like, okay. You know? So they called me into a room. He's like way far distant from me and there's some bodyguards there. I'm like, what are we about to talk about? You know? He's like, I just want to tell you, Kiki, you're a beautiful young lady. And I see how kind you are, how nice you are to everybody on the set. But I want you to know that you're growing into a young woman. And a lot of times the way that people see you, the way that these men see you on set, it's not the way that you see yourself. So protect yourself. Be careful. And don't let them take advantage of you. Know who you are and know what you have so that people can't use it against you. And I was just like, I didn't understand it because I was like 14 at the time. And I was like, okay. You know, and I just said, can I go? And I walked out. But that stuck with me. And it was so important, I think, for him to say something like that to me. You know what I mean? He's a father. He's someone who has seen a lot in this industry, especially with young entertainers. Right. And I always remember that, and I was always so grateful to him for that. I haven't seen him since, but I would love to tell him that really stuck with me all these years, and thank you for reminding me.
You see how important it is to have father. That's not even her father, but still to that mentality that he showed towards her, or that care that he showed towards her. Like she said for herself, it's stuck with her. Right. You know what I mean? That's how we should be treating our sisters. That's how we should be treating our young daughters. Have a care for get that Ciroc 7, Ciroc 724. You gotta have a care for their body, have a care for their mentality, have a care for their livelihood. Actually give a damn outside of something besides yourself and besides your penis. You know what I mean? Have a care for your nation. Right. Okay, you see all these problems that's going on. Our men don't give a damn, man. They just continue to allow these things to happen because they love sin. They love the pleasure of sin. Go ahead, read that.
Sirach, chapter 7, verse 24. Hast thou daughters?
Hast thou daughters? We all got daughters. Okay, regardless if they biological or not. We got daughters. We have sisters that we need to take care of and watch for because there's hound dogs out there. There's perverted men out there that don't give a damn. They stick their thing in anything. I hate to be blunt, like it is what it is. Right. You know what I mean? You know what's going on out there. Come on.
Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body. And show not thyself cheerful toward them.
Don't be playing all the time. Oh, she's just so cute. She got on that. Remember with what's his name? That DJ from New York. Let his daughter Envy. Envy DJ.
No, you said it right.
Dingy Envy. Right. DJ Envy allowed his daughter to dress like Little Kim and this, that, and this. Nah, you gotta have a care for her body and don't play around with her all the damn time. No, everything ain't cute. She walking around cursing. She walking around with your high heels on, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Everything is not cute, man. All right, so I did want I skipped a couple of scriptures I want to get Joel chapter 3 verse 3. Yes, sir. And also Deuteronomy 28 and 30.
Goes into a prostitute, your daughter causes her to be a whore.
Right, exactly.
Excuse me. Joel chapter 3 verse 3.
Yes, sir.
And they have cast lots for my people. And have given a boy for an harlot.
Read. They have given a boy for a harlot. That's why our men act the way that they act now. They jump from woman to woman because we have been taught to act like we've been nourished. We're going to get to that. We have been nourished to act like this. Go ahead.
And sold a girl for wine.
And sold a girl for wine. To have your will. Yeah, put that on the screen. And to have your way with her. To make her your bed wench. To treat her any type of way. We've been treating our women so sexually and seductive for so long that they think that's what every guy wants. Right. So I mean, so now she continually acts like that. And then she teaches her young daughter to act like that. twerking in the video right with her. Y'all twerking together, doing the same moves. That don't make no damn sense. And then you wonder why she pregnant at 14 years old.
Right.
Is there more?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
That they might drink.
That they might drink. That's go Deuteronomy 28. What did I say? 30.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30.
Yes, sir.
And thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
That's all I wanted right there. And another man would lie with her. My point in showing this is that they taught our sister to be promiscuous, to be like this, to act like whores. You know what I mean? Because after so long, you don't think that you're worth nothing else. You know what I mean? The hell with marriage. What do I need marriage for? White man just going to come in and sleep with me anyway. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get into it. All right, so I just wanted to touch on that. That was, you know, something that kind of close to what Bishop Yawasop been talking about, you know, with the fatherless homes, and it also ties in with this topic tonight. Okay, things that we need to be redeemed from and that we need to fix. Matter of fact, yeah, go ahead and show that. So this is the thumbnail. I like this thing. All praises.
Fire.
So go ahead and read that for me also.
Redemption of a nation. We must acknowledge what happened.
So redemption of a nation, we must acknowledge what happened. These is things that have happened to us that we need to be redeemed from in our mindsets. Our mindsets have become diluted and polluted, and we need to be redeemed from that mindset and come back to the Word of God. That's what we was touching on the week before last. All right, so I just want to try to catch us up just a little bit. Get Revelations. No, there was a next video. Play the video. Go ahead, let's play this video.
Of our people's mind have been whitewashed. If a Negro comes up to you and you turn your back on him, he's got to run to the hunky. We're going to take time and patience with our people because they're ours. They're ours.
Pause it.
All of the uncles.
Bishop Yawasop say all the time, we men, ain't we? And we don't need no other nation to come in and help us. Well, they're not going to help us anyway.
Right.
It's a high time that we take accountability and help out our own nation. We know what's going on in our neighborhoods and our communities. We see the problems. Now, what you going to do to fix it? You just going to mellow in it and not do nothing and just sit there and watch it happen? Or you going to actually be a man and do something? A lot of y'all scared of manhood. That's the problem right there. Ain't nobody, and that's what we're going to get into. You ain't never been taught to be a man. You've been taught to be like your mama. That's the problem. You've been taught to be emotional like your mother. Go ahead, play it again. Show.
Because they're ours. They're ours.
I said play it again, y'all.
All of the Uncle Tom. Many of our people's mind have been whitewashed. If a Negro comes up to you and you turn your back on him, he's got to run to the hunky. We're going to take time and patience with our people because they're ours. They're ours. All of the Uncle Toms, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk. We need each other. We have to have each other for our survival. We have to have each other. From the revolutionaries to the conservatives, a black united front is what we're about.
For 400 years, she taught you white nationalism and you lapped it up. You taught it to your children. You had your children thinking that everything black was bad. Black cows don't give good milk. Black hens don't lay eggs. Black for funerals, white for weddings. That's white nationalism. Santa Claus. A white hunky who slides down a black chimney and comes out white.
The concept of a black man is one who recognizes his cultural, his historical, and the roots of his great ancestors who were the greatest warriors on the face of this earth. We have to recognize who our major enemy is. The major enemy is not your brother, flesh of your flesh and blood of your blood. The major enemy is the hunky and his institutions of racism. That's the major enemy. That is the major.
We have to erase everything that our enemies have taught us. We have to completely eradicate that thing and get it out of our mentalities, get it out of our society, get it out of our culture. Okay, they gave us a culture that is no culture. They gave us a culture and a heritage of destruction and death. Right. And it's high time that we remove that thing out of our minds, out of our men's minds, out of our wives' minds, out of our kids' minds. Okay, it's high time that we do that thing. Hey, get Revelations chapter 12 and verse 14. Because they, over these years, like he mentioned, for 400 years, we have followed their ways and we have been whipped to fashion our ways unto their ways. Go ahead, read that.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle.
The woman is Israel. Go ahead.
That she might fly into the wilderness.
That she may fly into captivity. That she may go into captivity. That she may go into bondage. Isn't that what happened to us? And what happened while we was in that bondage, in that captivity, in that slavery? Read.
Into her place. Where she is nourished.
Where she is what?
Nourished.
In that captivity, in that bondage, we've been nourished to be like them. We've been nourished to act the way that act the way that we act, because that's the way that they taught us that they wanted us to be. Why? For us to remain in sin, so we can remain at the bottom, so we can remain destroyed. Go ahead.
Right. For a time and times and half a time.
For 350 years and still continuing on to this very day. Okay, they still teaching us how to be whores. Still teaching us how to be thugs and savages. Okay. That's it.
From the face of the serpent.
From the face of the serpent. From the face of the devil. From the face of the enemy. What would you
He
point
said
at?
it.
Yeah.
He's even said it. His wording. He said the hunky and his institutions of racism, which is the hunky right there, the serpent, right? The Edomite nation.
Right.
And he said we lapped it up. We were nourished from what the serpent spit out. He even said it. That's exactly what that said.
That's exactly. That's why I played it.
And that's that same serpent from the time of Genesis.
Right. He ain't no different. He's still trying to get us to, or getting us to commit sin, okay, and destroy our nation. Hey, get Hosea chapter 1 verse 10. Because right here in this place, we have been taught everything. We haven't been taught that we're Israel. We have not been taught that we're from the tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Manasseh. We have not been taught those things. We have been taught that we're African American. No, we have been taught that we're niggers.
Right.
We have been taught that we're colored or African American, porch monkeys, spics. We have been taught all these derogatory names. All these things outside of the child of God or the sons of God. Go ahead, read that.
Hosea chapter 1 verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
So we as the sand of the sea, because as a nation, as a full front nation, so-called, I say that seriously, because that is not what we are. We are not blacks, we are not Hispanics, and we are not Native American Indians. Right. But we are the 12 tribes of Israel. But they have divided, they have taught us to be divided in those so-called nationalities. That's why a lot of us hate each other now, because we think that we are separate people. We need to be redeemed from that. That's why I said redemption of a nation. The Bible is going to redeem us from these thoughts. Why? Because it's going to bring us back to knowing that we're one nation and no more divided. Go ahead.
Which cannot be measured nor numbered.
We cannot be measured nor numbered. When we together, we cannot be measured nor numbered. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
That right here, like I said, we have been called and said that we are not God's people. But we are God's chosen people. We are the ones that fit the curses. Right. We just read the curses in Deuteronomy 28, 30, where it says our wives will be given to, we'll have wives, and they'll be given to another man for him to lie with us. Did that not happen to us? We fit that curse. Another curse that we read in Joel chapter 3, verse 3. Okay, our sons will be made to be harlots. Okay, breeders and all of that. Did that not happen? Yes, it did. And they still perpetuate that same thing today. That curse is still going on. We sleeping with everything. We sleeping with one-legged women. Our men don't give a damn. Hey, they don't care. Anything that'll give it up to them, they like, oh, I'm with it. I'm with it if you with it. You know what I mean? Go ahead, read.
There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
There in that same captivity, when we start to remember who we are, because the prophet is out there bringing out this word of God in truth, okay, there will we be said that we are the sons of the living God. Redemption of a nation. That's what we need. Redemption of our minds. Okay?
Hey, can I get a point to that?
Yup.
And what you're saying, Cap, in so many words, Esau has a term for what you're explaining. Type in depersonalized to get us the definition for depersonalized. That's what has happened to our people. We as a people have been depersonalized. Get the definition for that. And then let me have Jeremiah 17:4. Depersonalized.
Depersonalized. Down at the bottom. Divest of human.
Wait. Divest means to strip away. That's what divest means. So this is what happened to us. We was depersonalized. Read it again.
Divest of human characteristics.
The Israelites have been their human characteristics, or the traits that make them who they are. In other words, their heritage Their customs, their laws have been stripped away from them. Divest of human characteristics, read.
Or individuality.
No, go to another definition. Just scroll down. Stay right there. Just scroll down. Read that right there.
Merriam-Webster's. To deprive of the sense of personal identity.
Because the Lord, he gave us our laws, our heritage. Our identity is our laws in so many words. Give me that, Jeremiah 17:4. That's what happened to us. Those things have been stripped away from us. And then, once the so-called white man stripped those things away, you know he give us his media. That's what you was talking about in Revelation,
Yes,
Cap.
sir. Yes, sir.
The things that the serpent gave us. He stripped away what the Lord intended for us to have, and he gave us something else. He put something else into us. He installed us or uploaded, something else. You know how Deke say upload God's laws. God's laws was uninstalled, and then the white man installed niggerdom in our mind.
Right.
You got it?
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So the Lord said we was going to be discontinued from our heritage. To discontinue meaning that it's a break. It's a disconnect. It's like to explain it simply, it's like a cell phone with a shortage. You plug that thing up, it's not going to get no charge. That's what has happened to the black and brown man and woman in America. We've been disconnected from our power source.
Right.
And then we just running around aimlessly acting like animals. It's going to be straight up. I was going to say another word. But the scriptures say we shall be discontinued from our heritage, read.
That I gave thee.
That the Lord gave us. Real quick, Sirach 17:11. Well, what's the heritage?
Sirach chapter 17, verse 11.
We fighting depersonalization right now.
Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage.
So the laws are our heritage. That's the problem with us. So in a nutshell, we got to turn back to God's laws. That's what's missing from us. All our life, we walk around knowing that something's been missing within us. And we don't know what it is. We think it's Christianity. We think it's the church. We think it's Egyptology. We think it's Islam. All these things. But all this time, now we finding out that it's the Bible. We've been missing the Bible.
All praises. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we also, again, I'm just catching us up to what we talked about, not last week, but the week before last. Also, we went into the Willie Lynch letter where we read about, black on black crime, and also, the reason why you see so much going on with the black man versus the black woman. All this was taught to us, and we read it the other week. Okay, I'm not going to go back into the book, but I do want to show a couple of videos. Go to my next video, play the video. Just trying to catch us up real quick. So this is a video of again, Cap Sarai also played a video where a black man was trying to discipline his child, and the black woman called the damn police on him. You can't even discipline your children nowadays. Why? Because they want that power over you. They want their God, they want their daddy, the white man, to come in there and do harm unto you because you tried to discipline your own child. Damn. That's how destroyed our women have become. Okay, and it's not just the women. Don't get it twisted. I'm talking about the women, damn it, but it's the men too. They messed up too.
Right.
All right, go ahead, play this.
But you don't have to tell her anything. That's the whole point. You don't have to tell her nothing. So if I see her doing something, you just say,
Pause it. What did you say? Move the mouse real quick. She told him to stay in his place. Should he be able to say? Okay, it's a question. Should he be able to say something as a stepfather? What? Okay.
If I can't say nothing, time for me to go.
Right.
What is his place? What is his place?
Right. What is his place? That's the question right there. What is my place? Again, we need to be redeemed in this. Our people do not know the roles in the household. Jeremiah, I'm jumping. Jeremiah 31. What's that? 31:22, and also get 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. This is what the enemy has taught our women. Just like this, what we watching. I think it's 31:22. Is that what I want?
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
How long will you continue to be out of place, O daughters of Sarah? Go ahead.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
He had created a new thing. What is that new thing?
A woman shall compass a man.
That's what we're seeing right now. And who gave him that liberty? The enemy, the damn devil, the serpent, just like we read earlier. That's who gave him that liberty to be so.
Because that's what he was doing in the time of Genesis.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing.
Absolutely. Ain't nothing changed. Is there more?
No, sir.
Okay, go to the other one.
1 Corinthians,
Yep.
chapter 11, verse
3.
3. But I would have you know.
This is what we need to be redeemed. This is what our mind need to be washed back unto. Okay, you need to be, we need to be brainwashed. We've been brainwashed the other way. We need to brainwash it and bring it back.
Right.
I don't know if I said
Filthy.
it right. But
Yeah,
right.
filthy.
You said it right.
1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. And the head of the woman is the man.
Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
So there's an order right there. Yeah, go ahead, show that. There's an order right there, but our sisters do not know this. The men don't know it either, because when we continue on watching in this video, he talked real soft, Man,
you can already tell by how he look at.
Yeah, he's talking real soft with a capital T, soft.
Can you put the picture back up
Yeah,
real quick?
put it back
Look at
up.
the picture, because she said the picture in the caption says she told him to stay in his place. Put the picture back up that you just showed of the actual order according to 1 Corinthians. What is the place of the man, especially a stepfather who has stepped in to marry the wife, knowing that he will have responsibility for the children and to have the responsibility of rearing and educating and disciplining those children as not a stepdaddy, I'm daddy.
Right.
I'm the father.
Right.
I am the husband, and in the home, like it says in Ephesians, I am Christ in the home, and according to the order, my place is over you.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
am in my place over you.
Right. And when a man takes on those when a man takes on those responsibilities, that's exactly what, when he marries a woman, that's what he looks at. The responsibilities that he's going, can I do this? You know what I mean? Am I capable to do this? And now you strip that from him, you might as well be taking away his manhood.
Right.
Go ahead. Did y'all show that? Did y'all show this? Y'all showed it already? All right, go back to the video.
You're dealing with me. You mess with me, I mess with you. You don't mess with my kids. Okay? That's not the relationship we got. You hear
What the hell?
Don't say shit she got
Hey,
that.
I'll go. I start packing my stuff up.
Right.
Nothing to talk about.
As she talking, I'll be packing my stuff, folding it all nice and neat.
Yeah, you right.
You right. That's not my place, huh?
Right. You right. Let me get my stuff and get out of here.
Get the hell up out of here. Go ahead, play.
Wow.
You gotta say nothing to her.
I ain't trying to be a daddy. I just.
What are you talking about?
You hear how he talking?
Don't tell nothing here.
I was trying to get her not to disrespect you.
And then pause it. Then you hear what he said. He said, "I was trying to get her to not disrespect you," meaning
trying to help her
meaning
out.
the wife trying to help her out. She don't want the damn help. I think that was the same thing that happened in the video Captain Soraya played. The mom told the son to get up and throw out the trash or something, and he wasn't moving. So you know what I mean. He did what he did.
It's like a role reversal. It seemed like she is the man and he's the woman.
Right. And that's what we read in the Willie Lynch letter the other week. You know what I mean? It's a whole reversal of roles. Okay? Finish it out.
I have you to come in here to talk to them. I'm not asking for them to have a father figure. That's not what I'm asking.
I'm not trying to be no father figure.
No, what?
That's how our solution.
I already told them that. Your daddy already know what's going on.
Oh, now you gonna listen to that bus on the
Listen,
phone. What's
what the hell you mean a bus man? That's my baby daddy. What are you talking about? He's still in her life. He's I'm not a single mother. I got somebody else to take care of her. Her dad.
Really?
Man, pause. Man, when you brothers is over here proving wanting to prove these sisters that got children and all that, you better count the cost, damn it.
Right.
You better ask all types of questions. Is the daddy still alive?
Right.
Is he still alive? Is he in prison? Where he at? Is he around? You know what I mean? You better ask all this. So you gonna have these. She just got corrected by the man. She on the phone with the daddy right now. Remember, mind you, she walked into the camera already on the phone, so I can imagine what she said to the father. You know, this nigga over here acting crazy. She might have lied. You never know. Right. You don't know. You know. Hey, he put his hands on me. You never know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not saying that she said that. I'm just saying these things happen, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So go ahead, play on.
You had to step in and be her father.
I'm not trying to be
okay,
your
but
father.
then no, because I didn't ask you.
On the phone, but he
I
butt in.
didn't
All right, we done. Ain't no more. What you
Yeah,
mean?
I hear you.
All right, this is whoo. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work. We got a lot to give me Ezekiel 13:17. We got a lot of work to do, y'all. It's a lot of work to do.
Did you want the Sirach 4?
No.
The father to the father?
Nah.
Yes,
That's fine.
Ezekiel.
Trying to catch us up, man, so we can move forward.
Yes, sir.
Ezekiel. Hey, Cap, some brothers dealing with that thing in the truth, man.
Right. Damn. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Come on, read.
Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 17. Likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people.
So that's what we got to do. We got to set our face against the daughter of our people. We have to correct them when we see them going off in their haughty ways. We have to correct them when we see them step outside of their God-given role that God gave them. Okay, and we have to be man enough to step into our roles. That man wasn't, I don't know, he was teetering. He was trying to step into his role, but he was talking real soft. You know what I mean? Why would she respect that? But
I don't know what he was doing.
That's neither here nor there. Finish it.
Which prophesy out of their own heart, and prophesy thou against them.
Right. So prophesy against them. They prophesy out of their own heart, meaning they want to move in their own ways. We have to prophesy against that and bring them back to the word of God. That's redemption. Okay? All right. Next video. All right. This one kind of lengthy. Go ahead, play.
Affection. We're going to tell the truth.
Pause it. Father rejects apology after being falsely accused of molesting his own daughters. This thing goes on in our neighborhoods too, in our communities as well. We're going to play the video, but hold Titus 2 and 3. Go ahead, play.
Mr. Monzel, in your lie detector test, you were asked, did you have any sexual contact with any of your 3 daughters? You said no. And the lie detector said there was no deception.
Meaning he didn't lie. He told the truth. He did not touch his daughters.
How does that feel for you? And that your daughters know it.
Well, I felt they always did know it.
You felt they always did know it. Mm-hmm. And didn't speak it because?
They didn't know no better. They wasn't told no different.
You see what a lie can do, Paul? You see what a damn lie can do? They was told different. They didn't say anything, even regardless of what they really thought. You know what I mean? They didn't say anything because mommy, that Esau gave all the power to, she said, "Daddy touched us."
Right.
You know what I mean? And she said it for years.
They was probably real little. So she said, yes, he did, yes, he did. And then they're like, they don't know no better.
And for all they probably been divorced and separated for a long time.
Black woman.
Right. And for all those years, you know what I mean? Somebody tell you lies. That's why we in the predicament that we in. Right. That's why we call ourselves African American, because over so long of a period of time being called that, you give up. God damn it, I'm damn African American, damn it.
Right. Hey, Kay, you got to think about the trauma that both sides, not just the father but the daughters as well. Everybody's grown right now.
Yeah.
They grown, so they entire life they was forced to accept that life from their mom. They never had a real relationship with their father. They all grown. They probably got kids and everything right now.
They
started crying too.
Right. Yeah. The trauma. Absolutely. This is a mom that destroyed her household. Like I say in Proverbs, tear down you know what I mean? You ain't gotta get it, but you know what I'm talking about. This is a mom that destroyed her household. A father not in the house now. The kids, some of them grew up lesbians, resenting men. All this plays a part. Go ahead, play on.
Miss Yvonne took a lie detector test and said, did you make up or exaggerate any stories? And said, did you make up or exaggerate any stories with the intention to harm Monzel? She responded no, and the answer was deceptive.
Damn.
Then,
can you imagine that?
He asked you, did you say something to the effect of, I'm going to make sure you're never happy again? She responded no, and the answer was deceptive.
So she did all that just to destroy him. Mm-hmm. She didn't even care about her own daughters. So her whole heart, she had that much hatred towards her ex-husband that I'll sacrifice the upbringing of my own daughters to make sure you're unhappy.
Damn.
That's how he was.
Again, that's why I said we read in the Willie Lynch letter, the men being against the women and vice versa.
Damn.
You know what I mean? This is what they did. Go ahead. You was gonna say something?
Because if they were old enough to know what molestation was when the lie came out, they would have said, no, he actually didn't.
Right,
but they had to have been too young to know what it was.
Right.
Had to been coached and lied to by the mother to say that he did it, not even knowing what it was. And then as they grew up believing that they were a rape victim, and then found out what rape was as they became, teenager and got older like that. So that's that's levels to it. And then they were happy that he didn't do it because when the I'm sorry, they were happy at the beginning of the video when he said no, he actually didn't do it. The lie detector said he was telling the truth. The daughters in the back were smiling and crying.
Right. They gonna say something. Go ahead.
No, what I'm about to say is he apparently he wasn't in the house because it was just something that he wasn't allowed to defend himself.
Right.
And so they coming up thinking that, hey, my dad molested me or raped me, and he wasn't around to say that didn't happen. That ain't true.
Right.
And then so they growing up, they're being molded to think that they dad, this wicked.
And imagine how they probably treat their own husbands now, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they even deal with men. So play a little bit more. We're gonna come out of this. Play a little bit more.
So Miss Yvonne has acknowledged that her story about you touching your children in a sexual way was not true. So Miss Yvonne, is there anything that you wanted to say to Mr. Monsell?
Why didn't you fight for him harder if you knew you could do it?
And what
this ain't no different. This is Christianity, man. This is no different than the first video where I'm a God-fearing woman. This, that, and this ain't no different. Why didn't you fight for him harder? You lied. What the hell? You've been telling lies for years. You did this. Where's the accountability? Go ahead.
The first thing came out her damn mouth.
She ain't no apology, no nothing.
You ain't fight for. Is she still?
I was about to say that's that justification.
You can't do nothing with a sister like that. You can't. She gone. She gone. You can't do nothing with that. You might as well just be like, okay, y'all see it, meaning the daughters. Y'all see it. What y'all gonna do?
Yeah.
Go ahead, play a little bit more.
He a little too calm for me.
Yeah. He done lost his daughters behind this.
Damn.
He looking at the camera.
Meaning like he didn't get to see his daughters growing up, coming into the household and growing up. You know what I mean? He probably had to come see them or whatever the case. I don't know their situation, but I doubt I know he wasn't in the house.
Well, if you get that lie on, you might not even be able to ever come see them.
Right.
According to the court order.
It wouldn't have been able to finish that interview.
That's why he's looking at the camera
Right.
like that. He said, wait till they turn this.
Wait till they turn this damn thing. Go ahead, play it.
That he could have said that would have made you not believe the lie you were telling.
See, now you gotta rewind it. You
Miss
gotta rewind it
Yvonne-
to a little bit to the part where she didn't take accountability. Go ahead, play.
That you wanted to say to Mr. Monsell.
Why didn't you fight for him harder if you knew you
Excuse
didn't
me.
do it?
And what is it that he could have said that would have made you not believe the lie you were telling? Miss Yvonne,
What is it that? What could he have said to make you, the damn liar, believe? I can't even.
Why didn't you fight for them harder?
That don't even. Oh my goodness!
And she's the one, the source of all the evil.
Hey,
I'm trying to make it make sense.
That's the black woman. No accountability. Can I get a scripture?
Hold on. Get Titus real quick. Get Titus.
Titus chapter 2, verse what?
3.
Verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in
excuse me. This is an aged woman right here. This is an aged woman. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior. Go ahead.
As becometh holiness. Not false accusers.
What's the first thing you say? To not do what?
Not false accusers.
To be not what?
Not false accusers.
Our sisters need to be redeemed back unto this. To not be false accusers. How many men have lost their lives because of a lying woman? How many men is not in their child's life because of a lying woman?
Right.
You know what I mean? To not be false accusers. God know who he talking about. He know his daughters that he made. You know what I mean? He ain't make them to be like that, but that's the way the enemy taught them to be. Lie on that nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? Call us. We'll come get him. We'll come get him out the house. That's what they meant for to do. You want that gift? You want that Section 8? You want that them food stamps? Get that nigga up out of there. He got to go.
Right.
Go, read it again.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness,
Uh-huh.
not false accusers,
Uh-huh.
not given to much wine,
Read.
teachers of good things.
She should be teachers of good things, meaning of the scriptures. She taught her daughters an evil work.
Right.
She taught her daughters how to deal with men within their lives. Okay, and which should only be one man, their husband. But and I can imagine the hell that he had to go through growing up with them as teenagers, and this, that, and they were probably like, I ain't got to listen to you if he was in their life at all. I ain't got to listen to you for what? You touched us. Yeah, I can imagine. Go ahead. You want to do the scripture?
Yes, sir. Now I'm just thinking about what you're saying, Cal. What you say? Imagine a conversation when they have to explain why their father not in their life,
Right.
and it was a lot the whole time. Just listen to what you're saying. Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 26. Let me throw a spiritual punch.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 26.
Dang, the black woman.
And I find...
Hey, I ain't never seen this video, but I knew it was going to be some ish when I saw her wig. Read it.
Ecclesiastes.
The wig said everything.
Yeah, it told me everything I need to know. Go back a little bit. Let me show you. Let me show you the look. Some brothers might not know the look. Go back.
Yeah, there it is right there.
Go back a little bit more. Go back a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Come on. Go back. Right there. When I saw the wig, I already knew.
And that face.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 26. And I find more bitter than death, the woman.
The Lord say, the only thing that's worse than death is the black woman.
Damn.
Read it again.
And I find more bitter than death, the woman.
Read.
Whose heart is snares and nets.
That's the black woman. The black woman mind is snares and traps, lies, how to get you caught up. That's why Cal was saying, y'all brothers is proving. Y'all better make sure y'all proving these sisters right, especially if you coming in to the mix and she already got children.
Right.
Y'all better be careful. Read.
And her hands as bands.
And her hands as handcuffs, because the lies she'll tell on you will have your behind in prison, in jail. And everything that she's saying won't be true. Read.
Whoso pleaseth God,
whosoever keep the commandments, read,
shall escape from her.
Shall escape her. The Lord gonna save you some headache. Read.
But the sinner shall be taken by her.
But if you don't go about the proving process the right way, you're gonna get that wicked woman, because a wicked woman is giving in portion to what? A wicked man.
Right. Hey, go to the next video. I wanted to play more in there, but we just got to keep it moving. Play this.
Two guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. He said 40%.
Somebody call
and
Maury.
It's usually
make DNA testing
it's
mandatory.
It's two scenarios. It's where the woman, the person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on a deathbed and makes a confession, or they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion.
Stop it. There's more. I'm going fast, y'all. There's more on this video, but again, it's I got to, man. We're gonna finish this one, man.
Said 40%.
See, you hear that though? That's going back into that Titus 2 and 3 false accusers. 40% of what's she? 40% of the. Now I'm forgetting it. And you're gonna make me go back.
Scary number.
But 40% of kids that go and try to find out who their father is, or whatever the case may be, something to that effect, they find out that this is not their father because their mother had lied to them. They find out on their deathbed, or the mother tells it, finally confesses it on her deathbed, or the father needs a blood transfusion and try to go to the kid, and the blood don't even match.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead. All
right, I'm gonna say one thing. On the deathbed, this is what that means. When the child was conceived, the mother lied to the father. The brother done went his whole life, took care of the child and what his.
Damn.
The woman gets sick and die, and while she on her deathbed, she say, "I got one thing to tell you before I die." Yeah. The child not yours.
Damn, that's hatred right there.
You know why?
That's some hatred right
still
there.
Why I can do this because I'm about to die. There's no accountability now. It goes back to that. There's no accountability.
That's crazy.
There's no consequence. There's no accountability.
Because there's no accountability left.
I can tell you the truth now.
She probably gave up the ghost as soon as she said that.
Right.
Man.
I can let go.
That's not your child.
I can't believe it.
Damn. Yeah. I hate you, nigga.
Oh, man.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Go to the next video, please.
Please go to
Sheesh.
Yeah, you bring it up.
Diabolical out here.
The black woman.
Come on, play this.
Son in his 20s, and this is a bar that he dropped on me, and it crushed me, but I needed that. He said, if you really loved me the way that you said you loved me, you would have taught me how to survive in the situations.
Pause it. I don't know if y'all heard the beginning, but this is her son, her grown son now talking to her. Okay, and he said, just play it back again. Play it back.
In his 20s, and this is a bar that he dropped on me, and it crushed me, but I needed that. He said, if you really loved me the way that you said you loved me, you would have taught me how to survive in the situations that you were afraid of killing me, instead of protecting me and not teaching me how to protect myself. And that is what happens when mothers think that they can raise men. We don't teach them how to protect themselves the way that a man teaches a man how to protect himself. What we do is we coddle them, and we become this wall of security that come crashing down when they get to smelling themselves and they in their 18s and 19s, and now he can't live in your house no more, and you send him out into the world unprotected, and that's why he resents you.
See that? And that's exactly what's going on. That's what I mentioned a couple of weeks back. Get that Isaiah 3 and 12.
You gotta go there.
Yeah, get that Isaiah 3 and 12, because when women are raising the sons, raising these young men, they're not. They only can be gauged. They only gauge life off of their mother's experience, right. How she deals with certain situations, how she deals with men, or however the case may be. Their emotional stance is from their mother. That's the point that I'm making. Go ahead, read that.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. And women rule over them.
As for the children, the women rule over them and do what? Read.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
And when women rule over the children, mind you, the women are supposed to nourish the children, but the man's supposed to be in the house to make sure everything is guided correctly. Okay, so when the woman is only there, she causes the children to err. Okay, she doesn't properly prepare the young man for the world out there. Instead, she coddles him. Right. Okay, and teaches him how to have her emotions. Read.
And destroy the way of thy paths.
And destroy his ways. Okay, is that it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now play this video. And then when that happens, remember in the beginning of that verse, it said, children are their oppressors. Why? Because the woman has raised them, and they raised them to be like this. Go ahead.
I was bad as hell. I just clean up the block, sweep, all type of shit.
Pause it. Just in case y'all need to clean up the block, meaning he robbing. He robbing whoever out there. Okay,
with a head wrap on,
with a do rag on, or no, a head wrap like you said. Yeah, that's about a bonnet. Children are their oppressors. Go ahead, steal bikes, run around. Go ahead.
Ding dong ditch. I used to go to a bike shop, steal bikes, all type of shit for it.
At only 15 years old, Q50 with Lil 50, a fast-rising rapper from the south side of Chicago, was ambushed and got hit up. His interview with DJU had gone live just 48 hours earlier. DJU had previously interviewed Bloodhound Lil Jeff and Lil Scoon, who also ended up getting hit up shortly after their interviews. Over the past 6 months, 3 people have seen an unfortunate turn of events following their
15 years old, man.
Can't even drive yet.
Not even old enough to get a license yet, man. Little kids out there murdering each other. Hit up mean they got shot up. Right. Go ahead, play.
Appearances on his platform, sparking talk of a curse. In Q50 with Lil 50's final interview.
It's more, y'all, but I gotta move on. Get Hosea chapter get Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17.
Mm-hmm. This is the stuff that we got to be redeemed from. This is what it takes men to go out there and correct these problems. Our people are living in hell, y'all. Right. Our conditions are hellish. Our mentalities are hellish. These are the things that need to be corrected. Go ahead, read.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
That's what we just seen. We just seen a bunch of hatred. You should not hate your brother in your heart. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Instead, we should be correcting these young men, okay? Correcting when we see sin, fixing it. Rebuke. Go ahead.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Read.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
He said that they got hit up after the interviews. I'm pretty sure they said something in the interviews or something happened before the interviews. Those are holding grudges, okay? Those are moving on the emotions of your mother. They're moving on the emotions of women. Men shouldn't act like that. Men shouldn't conduct themselves like that. That's not how we should be. Demore, go ahead.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. But I am the Lord.
You should love your people as yourself. That's what we need. That's the healing that we need. Go to the next video. Come on. So this is just a still video out from Philly. You know we'll go out there in Philly. You know we're going out there all over the world where our people at. So this is what's being raised. When the father's not in the household, this is what's being raised. Okay? Monsters. Give me second Ezra. Give me that. Second Ezra 5 and 8.
Yes, sir.
Go to the next video, y'all.
Second Ezra.
Matter of fact, no, let that play. Let that play. Hell no. Let this play because it's gonna show them faces. You see somebody you know, call the damn police. Show them faces. Read.
Second Ezra, chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
That's what we're seeing out here today. Monsters. A bunch of monsters, man. Okay, menstruous women should bring forth monsters. Play this video. So this is brothers inside of a jail. Inmate gets lured into a cell and trapped.
I got you can't see. I got you can't see.
Sure?
Yeah. For real. For real, bro.
Don't make me have to do this to you, world star, baby. No, you give me a taste of what can happen. I see you ready to fire off. I'm gonna get your ass when you come to the door. Canteen, they don't give me.
Yeah.
All
Say,
right.
I got you, though.
All right.
All right, so that's it. I ain't really nothing, but I'm just showing you that how our men have become monsters. They monsters out there on the streets. They monsters when they in there. Okay, tell some stories now.
Yeah. Hey,
you know what I mean?
The eggplant emoji on that sentence, it
yeah,
led me to
I didn't
thinking
understand.
that
I didn't understand that either.
because that dynamic, usually that dynamic is, you know, he punking him.
I know, I get it. That when I was looking at this video, it took me down a crazy ass rabbit hole that I was like, nah, I can't play no crazy stuff. But things happening there. You know, you get
talking about the hatred towards each other,
right? But you'll get your canteen and all of that. You know what I mean? Put the lock on there. Put the lock on there. You wake up in the morning, canteen gone. Next thing you know, it's a whole group of gangbangers, thugs, whatever you want, gangsters, whatever you want to call them, over there having a meeting. And next thing you know, people coming to you talking about, if you next time you get your canteen, put it with this person, and then you understand. Put it with this. Basically, it's extortion. It's trying to extort somebody. That's what's going on in there. The hatred. Okay, next time you get your candy, if you don't want it taken, put it with this person. Okay, and they in a whole separate bunk by themselves. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, that person is the one that took the damn canteen from the first place, from the rip. Damn. That's how. Oh man, that's how crazy our people have become, man. Total hatred. Right. Okay? Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. But where I'm at. Give me Hosea. Give me Hosea chapter 4 verse 1.
Hosea chapter 4.
Read 1 and 2, go down to 6.
Sir. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
So the Lord has a problem with our people because we are hateful. We have no love towards one another, and we have been taught this to be like this from our enemies. Go ahead.
By swearing
There's no laws, no truth in the land. There's no laws in the land. We are lawless people. We do not follow God's laws whatsoever. That's all we've been watching. The disobedience to God's laws. Right. Okay, the non-existence of God's laws in our families and in our communities. Go ahead.
And lying. And killing.
Lying, killing is that's all we've seen false accusations, lying. Okay, we've seen killing. Okay, the shootings and the little 15-year-olds being murdered. Okay, read.
And stealing.
And stealing, the extortion. You telling me this Bible ain't talking about us, damn it?
Right.
You got to be kidding me. This is talking about us.
I could be talking about anybody else.
Right. God said he has a problem with us with the way that we act. Come on.
And committing adultery.
And committing adultery. Go, read.
They break out. And blood toucheth blood.
Black man killing black man. Hispanic man killing Hispanic man. Let me say it right. Israelites killing Israelites.
Right.
That's what's going on. Jump down. That's it.
That's into 2.
Read verse 6.
Verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
God's people, God's chosen people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge, a lack of God's laws. We are destroyed. Okay? Like I said, the pastors ain't teaching, mother, daddy, grandmammy, grandpappy ain't teaching nothing. The educational systems ain't teaching us a damn thing.
Right.
Okay? The only thing that's teaching us right is this Bible, man. And that's why when people come against the prophets bringing out the Bible, you really need to look inside yourself and see what the hell your problem is. Unless you love oppression, like it say in Isaiah 30 and 12. You love the conditions that our people are in. And you have become and is the problem. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
And when God's laws is coming out to you and you don't want to do them, you don't want to adhere to them, God said he going to reject you. He going to allow you to get hit up.
Right.
He going to allow these things to happen to you because you reject his laws. He said, all right, you don't want to do what I said, then you out there on your own. Do your own thing then. Is there more?
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
And that's what a lot of questions people say. If God created us and chose us, why does he allow these things to happen to us? Because we rejected God.
Right.
We rejected God, so he said he rejected you. I seen another clip of a father. A father told his son at a young age, if you go to prison, just know that I'm not going to be there to support you in any type, shape, way, form. I'm not putting money in your canteen. I'm not coming to visit you. You're not calling my household. You're not doing none of that. Okay? He was in there for 15 years. The son was in there he went to prison, was in there for 15 years, and the father did that. He rejected him. Why? Because the father said, because I didn't want it to seem like I was enabling you or allowing or okay with the thing that put you in prison. Right. I taught you better than that, and you disregarded me. So while you're in there, when you come home, you can come home, but while you're in there, I ain't got nothing to do with you. Damn. That's what God done to us.
Damn.
That's what God done to us. Go ahead.
That's 5 and 15.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we read that the other week too. Okay, get what's the next video? I don't even know why I got this no more. Okay,
That's
I got
30,
this.
right?
Huh?
That's Deuteronomy 28:30, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I got this. Okay, so 746. All right. Give me just play the video. Play the video. Okay, I got this. Okay, I got this because remember we went over the Willie Lynch letter, and not only did they taught us to be against each other, also they did some things unto us. Okay, remember the other week we played the movie or the show Underground, and they had the brother hanging, they whipped him and they burnt him. Did y'all remember that video?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That's the video we played last time, showing you what they done unto us. Okay, go ahead, play this. This is more things that they've done unto us. Go ahead. I'm sorry. And then doing these things, when they done these things to us, when you do it over a period of time, so many years, we will adhere to anything that Master says, so to speak. Go ahead.
Yeah. Come.
Happy Jack, Georgie, you gather everybody up in front of the big house. Jack, you hurry on ahead. You get my shaving blade, scissors, and a mirror. Georgie, you gather up Mina's clothes. I told you to run, you gather up! That's right. You gather up. Don't you move, child. Or you're gonna get on your knees, Nina. So you're gonna get on your knees for me and you're gonna soak your head.
No.
Lina's gonna go! No! You're gonna do what I said you're gonna do now! No! I'm gonna clean out that hut! And I throw it all in the fire! Everything of yours and everything of George's too! Her clothes, her pouches, her gourds, everything in the fire, you hear me? You do as I say, John. Sit that down, Jack. Sit it down now. Your boy get up on behind you like this, huh?
That you right? You was, who said that? You was right though. That you could use Deuteronomy 28:30 for that.
Oh, this is just wool.
You heard that right?
Say,
this is wool.
You say I got wool on my head, not hair. Sing it for me, Nina.
God's wool.
Pause it. Pause it. You absolutely. This is kind of out of the what we're talking about, but still, this is. Our people need to see. He said, "Hey, tell them that you got wool, not hair. We do got wool.
Right.
They got hair, whatever. Hairy as hell. Right. Came out red and hairy. Right. You know what I mean? We got wool. We got that pure wool. That's all right. Praises to the Lord. He don't even know what he's saying. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's just wool, and it ain't even yours. Ever.
It ain't even. Pause it. It ain't even yours. That's the another reason why I'm playing this, to show that they taking everything away from us. Right. Okay, you can't even have the hair on your head. Okay, they took away our heritage. Like also Zari was bringing out our heritage, our culture, our tongue, our names, our God. They took all of these things away from us. And I'm just showing you, and we are in their power. We learn from them. Go ahead.
See, we got wool, man. We got wool. You move your head, me, I'm gonna bleed your skull. You like the way I touch you, Mina? You like the way I touch you? Hmm? Look at us. Isn't that nice? That baby is no more yours than the wool on your head.
No. Baby not yours.
They both belong to me.
The hair not yours. Ain't nothing yours. All right, come out of that. Hey, give Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Go ahead. Who's about to say something?
Yeah, you know what's so heavy about this, Cap? Because just to kind of touch on what you was bringing out before about how the women try to basically take the man out the house, force him out. Mm-hmm. When you black and Hispanic women do that, you agreeing with this. Because what you're saying is that black man and that Hispanic man, that Israelite man, is not good enough for you. You would rather have the same man that did this to you and your foremothers to rule over you. That's what you're saying.
Right. Give Micah chapter 2, verse 1.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Uh-huh. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Read.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands.
You see that? It's in the power of their hands to do this type of evil, to do this, to do these type of atrocities unto our people. All right, and they work out mischief. Okay, they work out things, crafty counsel for us to be against each other and for us to hate each other. And like we read in the Willie Lynch letter, if the slave master continued and did it right, that it would last for over 1,000 years or even more, however long he said. And you're seeing that those things are still happening. These are just some of the things that they've done to us. Get John chapter. No, read on.
They covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
So they took everything that they got. They took it by violence. Okay, so that's why we know violence today, because that's what our masters, so to speak, taught us how to be violent. Okay, and they oppress a man and his heritage. Okay, we are oppressed out of our heritage. Go to John chapter 10, verse 10.
John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill.
So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a thief. That enemy is a thief. He comes to steal and to kill. Go ahead.
And to destroy.
And to destroy. That's what you look. That's why he meant his whole goal was to destroy us. Right. Okay, that was his whole goal. That's why we need redemption, because our enemy. Understand, our enemy has done this to us. Right. Okay, it's the thing just didn't happen.
Right.
Okay,
right. That's the whole point.
Right, that's the whole point that I'm trying to make. An enemy has done this to us. The reason why our fathers are not in the households, an enemy has done this to us. The reason why we strung out in drugs, the reason why we killing each other, enemy has done these things unto us. We need to recognize that thing, and we need to have the care. Like the first video we watched, or one of the first ones we watched, we need to have a care for our people, because it's our people. It's our problems that we need to fix. Come on.
I am come that they might have life.
Christ said he come that we may have life. He gave us the laws that we may have life. He gave us the law so we may be redeemed as a nation. Go ahead.
And that they might have it more abundantly.
And have it more abundantly, okay? That's what we need. We need to be redeemed. Just like, give me James chapter 1 and verse 21. Before we read Psalms 107 and verse 20, where it said the word will heal you. We also read... what was it? We also read Hosea 6:1, where repent, you have been torn and bind your. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, get this one. James chapter 1.
James chapter 1 verse 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls.
You see that? You see what the word would do? You see why Christ said he came back to give us life, okay? And Christ is the word. The word is come to save our souls, because if we continue on in this path, we're not going to see nothing but the continued destruction and hatred of our people. That's why the abortions is so high. That's why murders is so high. That's why drugs is so high in our communities. That's why single-parent households, divorce rates is so high, because we do not have the laws of God. We need to come back unto that. All right, go to the next video. No. I want Deuteronomy 28 and 50.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
So show this real quick. Show this picture. This is not what I wanted, but since y'all put it up there, this is Mike Brown right here. Y'all remember Mike Brown? I believe it was in Ferguson, right? Ferguson.
Yes, sir. Ferguson.
Go back out of this. Go to Google. Go to Google and go to images. Come on, y'all. Gotta hurry up. Go to images. Mike. I told you. No, yeah, there we go. Right there. The one bottom right. Right there. Move it over so I can see the whole thing. Yeah. There you go. Give me Lamentations chapter 2 and 21. Show you what this enemy has done to us. The hatred that they have done to us. Show it on the screen, y'all. Come on.
Damn, man.
So this is what, remember we just read that enemy. Did we finish that?
Yes.
Enemy of fierce countenance and had no regard of the young or the old. Blew this young man away for nothing. Okay, read that Lamentations.
Lamentations chapter 2.
Tell me this Bible ain't talking about us. Read.
2 verse 21. The young and the old lie on the ground in the streets.
Show the image again. Yeah, there you go. The young and the old lie on the ground in the streets with our brains blew out by our enemy that has no regard for us whatsoever, but we run to them for every single freaking thing. We run to them for everything. And they continue murdering us and killing us and hating and showing hatred to us. But you always run to him like I don't get it. I don't understand the problem, the mindset of our people. Man, that's why we read in that Hosea 4:6, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Want to vote in their elections.
Exactly.
Like they're doing something for you.
Yeah, we're going to get in that too. Was there more?
My virgins and my young men are fallen by the sword.
So my young men are fallen by the sword, fallen by the bullets, fallen by the guns of our enemies and ourselves because we've been taught to hate each other. Go give me 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 43.
1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people, and let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
So we need to be restored. We need to be the ones that restore our people out of this decayed state that we're in. Play that next video. Yep.
Didn't they do that? They said he was against Caesar. They said he was discriminating because he told his disciples, go not the way of the Gentiles, but rather go to the lost sheep. Go to the people who don't know who they are, who are lost from the knowledge of themselves, and who are strangers in a land that is not theirs. Go to those people. Go to the slaves. Go to the second-class citizens. Go to the ones who are suffering the brunt of Caesar's brutality. And if Jesus were here in America today, he would be going to the oppressed. He would be going to the humble. He would be going to the lowly. He would be going to the rejected and the despised. He would be going to the so-called American Negro.
You see that? This is what we. A lot of people might say, "Well, why are they always playing Malcolm X videos? This, that, and this." You know when we play his videos, we don't never play what he talk about his religion. We always play because he's always talking about the problems within our people that's going on in our people and the enemy that we have to fight against. We always play that. That we about enemy that we have to fight against that's continually got his foot on our neck. So don't get it misconstrued when we play his videos. You know what I mean? He was a revolutionary man. That's what we about, revolution. Okay? So trying to move fast here. I don't know. Do I want to get this? Read that First Maccabees again.
First Maccabees chapter 3 verse 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed.
That's what I want. Get Matthew chapter 15 verse 24. He said we are the lost sheep. You're absolutely right. We are the lost sheep. Matthew chapter 15 verse 24.
Matthew chapter 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Isaiah chapter 14 verse 32. You absolutely right. We are the lost sheep. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We are lost from our heritage. We're lost from our culture, our God, our tongue, anything that you could think of. That's why we out here celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, because we lost. That's why we out here committing abortions, because we need to be redeemed. We lost from our heritage. Go ahead, read that.
Isaiah chapter 14 verse 32. What shall one then answer the messengers of the nation?
Read.
That the Lord hath founded Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it.
We are also the poor, okay? Like we are the oppressed. We are these ones that need to be redeemed, man. All right, let's come out of that. And I had an article here, systematic. Can y'all go to the top? Go to the top. Yeah, all the way to the top. Read that real quick.
Systemic and structural racism, definitions, examples, health damages, and approaches to dismantling.
So this is an article about systematic racism. I wanted to read a little bit out of here, but I got a video that pretty much explains. So come out of this. Go to the next video that pretty much explains everything that that article is talking about. Excuse me, y'all, if I'm moving fast. I'm trying to move this thing. Come on.
For black people. Well, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
We need reparations to address this historic and compounded burden of economic disparities. Many people say, oh, slavery, it ended. Well, it ended, but then it became lynchings, and then it became Jim Crow, and then it became redlining. And then it became segregation, the war on drugs, mass incarceration, and then this police violence, which is really just the tip of an iceberg. The training of our police has to be changed. Communities need to be put in charge of their police instead of having police in charge of their communities. So, we need citizen review panels that have the power of subpoena and so on. We need to be able to hold perpetrators accountable through investigations of every death at the hands of police.
Play it one more time.
Yeah, play that again.
Play it one more time. What's that? What you see? You see
the end of the title for the article was how dismantling. So that's some of the things that it was saying was forms of dismantling.
We're gonna get back to it. Play it one more time.
For reparations for black people. Well, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black
Pause it.
people.
That's what y'all voted for right there. That's what you black women voted for right there. She don't give a damn about your people. She you know how, look, she said, I'm not going to say I'm going to do anything only for black people. Talking about giving money to black people for reparations or whatever for slavery. Meanwhile, she'll give Beyonce $10 million to come over there and talk for 3 minutes. She'll give Megan Thee Stallion $5 million. This is all, remember they said them black women raised such and such amount of money for her.
Like
You
20
know what I mean? This is what she did with your money, because she don't think that you're smart enough to talk about legislation and all of that. She don't think that you're smart enough for that. So I'm going to give them their favorite queen, the queen bee. I'm going to give her $10 million. Talk to them. Let's spend their money on that. $5 million to a twerker that don't care about nothing but killing babies.
She said I'll give you reproductive rights.
Yeah, I give you that.
That's what she gave.
And remember,
she tried to give
her true thoughts come out right here. I'm not going to say I'm going to do anything. I mean, only something for black people, because she don't give a damn about us.
Right.
Go ahead. What you was going to say?
And she did do something only for Asian people. Do y'all remember? The Stop Asian Hate Crime bill that Joe Biden signed, despite the FBI statistics showing that blacks far supersede all other races for being victims of violent hate crimes.
Right.
Damn. Go ahead, play.
Something that's only gonna benefit black people? No. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
Need reparations to address this historic and compounded burden of economic disparities. Many people say, oh, slavery, it ended. Well, it ended, but then it became...
Say slavery ended. That's what I was going with systematic racism. They say slavery ended, but guess what? Then black codes came, and then Jim Crow came, then the civil rights, you know what I mean? All these things. Every time we thought we got past something, they implemented something else. Right. That's why we read in Micah chapter 2, verse 1, it said they work evil upon their beds, and they practice it. When it's morning, when it's light, they practice it. That's what we reading. That's what we reading in the Bible. The Bible talking about us. It explains us and it explains our enemies. The problem is that y'all not being taught correctly. Y'all don't got a clue what this Bible talking about. Right. Come on.
Became lynchings, and then it became Jim Crow, and then it became redlining, and then it became segregation, the war on drugs, mass incarceration, and then this police violence, which is really just the tip of an iceberg. The training of our police has to be changed. Communities need to be put in charge of their police instead of having police in charge of their communities.
That's what Bishop be talking. That's what Bishop Yawasop be talking about. Us as men, why do we need the other nations to police us or take care of us, whatever? No, us as men should be doing that. Communities should be policing their own neighborhoods. Come on, play.
Citizen review panels that have the power of subpoena and so on. We need to be able to hold perpetrators accountable through investigations of every death at the hands of police.
Pause it. Is there something that you saw there, or
a platform for black liberation? Oh, it's reparations, restore
okay.
vote. It's talking about voting different.
Okay, all right, never mind. All right, come out of this. Come on. What we got next? Come out of this too. All right. So this is play it. This is another video. This was going into the article as well about part of that systematic racism was Section 8 and food stamps, getting the father out of the household. Play this.
In 50s and 60s, things got even worse for black families. Welfare checks incentivized single mother households. And there was one rule that ruined it all. The man in the house rule. Black families have long been the victims of income inequality. Before 1968, many states and administrative agencies created and enforced the man in the house rule. This rule basically meant that if there is a working or healthy man in the house, the government can't help you. And they would go as far as to send welfare workers to visit the homes without warning to check if a man was present. If they found any evidence whatsoever, families lost their welfare benefits. Over the years, the welfare state started dissolving the family structure, slowly but surely. A man who can't get a decent job and provide a substantial income suddenly believes that his family is better off without him. So, if a man were to lose his job, he literally had to leave the house so his children could get government surplus peanut butter, beans, and cheese.
All right, so yeah, that's another form of what they done to us. Like Psalms 83 says, enemy use crafty counsel against us, and all this systematic racism. That's what I was going to go into. Shows you what they've done to us to keep us down and to keep us downtrodden. So go to this next thing I got is a book.
Marvin Dunn, A History of Florida Through Black Eyes.
All right, A History of Florida Through Black Eyes. Let's go to the first page.
The oppression of blacks in Florida.
Now, I know I had a lot on this, y'all. So go back to the title of the book again. I showed it the other week as well. We didn't go into the book, but I just showed the title. So y'all get a chance, y'all check out this book on your own. I didn't even get all the way through it yet, but it's a lot of good stuff in here. All right, so just check it out. I got a lot of stuff here on it, but we ain't gonna be able to get through it. So I'm showing y'all the title so y'all can get it for yourselves and check it out. All right, go ahead.
The church as oppressor. To fully control African...
Hold on. He just ran past that, didn't he? Right. It said, what did it say? Read the title again.
Yeah, the church as oppressor.
The church as oppressor. This is another form of systematic racism, or another form that they used in order to control our people. Go ahead.
To fully control African slaves.
They said it right there. To fully control African slaves. Okay? It's no different than the Willie Lynch letter. Go ahead.
It was imperative that they be separated from the religious and spiritual beliefs that they held.
This is why also Isaiah read Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4, because we will be discontinued from our heritage, okay, and serve in a land that we knew not. Okay, it was imperative that they be separated, that they, as the Israelites, the slaves, be separated from their religion, from their heritage, and from their culture, from their God, from their names, from their tongues, okay, and from their spiritual beliefs, from our Sabbaths, from our new moons, from our Passovers. We will be completely eradicated from that and given other things. Go ahead. And we will be given Christianity, just to sort of speak, to bring it out. Right. We will be given Christianity, modern day Christianity. Go ahead. It was white man Jesus, damn it. Go ahead.
It was imperative that they be separated from the religious and spiritual beliefs they held when they entered the holds of slave ships, and that they be converted to Christianity.
And be converted, be changed unto Christianity. It's telling you right here, be converted unto Christianity. Okay, that's what they've done to us. Those trails that Bishop showed us over there in Africa and all that. That trip, you know what I mean? I don't want to call it a trip, but the
dungeons where they had the churches on top of the dungeons.
Where they brought us to the dungeons and they had the church on the top. You know what I mean? This is where they started.
Point of no return.
Right, point of no return. This is where they started their changing process or their conversion process to Christianity.
Right. So in other words, before we came over here to Babylon, we wasn't into Christianity.
Into Christianity. Christianity. We are the Christians.
Yeah,
right,
but we weren't into Christianity.
Right. We wasn't into come as you are. We wasn't into Christmas and Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. We wasn't into white man Jesus. Okay. We wasn't into having Toby as a name. Right. We wasn't into, just so y'all understand. Go ahead. We wasn't into role reversing. Okay. We wasn't into single parent households. Mm-hmm. Okay. We wasn't into the man being on the bottom talking soft as hell. Right. Come on.
Slaveholding presented a moral dilemma for a nation founded as it was upon the principle of human freedom. Mm-hmm. The Christian church was very helpful in resolving that conflict by defining slaves as infidels.
So slaveholding presented a moral dilemma for a nation founded as it was upon the principle of human freedom. So they were struggling keeping their slaves intact. So the church said, okay, we can help. We can help. Go ahead.
The Christian church was very helpful in resolving that conflict by defining slaves as infidels.
As defining them as infidels, meaning that you're nothing. You're not. Remember, we read in Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. You are not here in this land. You will not be called the name or the sons of God. Okay, that's exactly what we're reading right here. Go ahead.
Who should be enslaved for their own good.
You should. You niggas ain't worth nothing. You should be enslaved for your own good. Only the enemy, the pure white man, can make you better and help you out in all your endeavors. Right. Come on.
Like they say, like they try to say that they what's the word I'm looking for?
A journey you will never make.
No. when they said that we was over in Africa in the jungles.
Yeah.
And they
manifest
we were savages, and we were savages. Right. That they not modernized, but civilized us. Right.
Woogity boogity nigga.
Right. Where it says like this, very helpful in resolving that conflict by defining slaves as infidel who should be enslaved for their own good because we wasn't right on our own, basically. But when we came over here, when we already had all type of trades and we already was educated when we came over here.
Right.
But that's what they don't want us to know. Go ahead.
So read on.
The church helped to dehumanize the slaves by defining them as being outside the realm of humanity.
All right, right. So they say that we're not humans. That's the reason why they'll treat us the way they treat us, shoot us down. That's why the reason why they act like do the things that they do to us today, because they deem us non-humans.
Right.
Okay. And go ahead.
What's that word Officer Azaria brought out?
Depersonalization.
Depersonalize?
Depersonalization.
That's that right there.
Yep.
Go ahead, read it real quick.
Depersonalize. To deprive of the sense of personal identity, to make impersonal.
Go back.
The
first one.
To deprive of the sense of personal identity.
No, remember the first definition they
the Google one.
Yeah.
Depersonalize. Divest of human characteristics or individuality.
That's exactly what they use the church to do to us.
What do they call it, Cap? What is it? 3/5? Is it 1/5 of a man?
3/5 of a man.
3/5 of a man.
That's still in the Constitution to this very day. To this day, they call us 3/5 of a man. Right. And then they use the church, and then they'll go into the Bible and say get Colossians 3:21, or is it 22? 3:22. This is how they use the Bible. This is what they tried to teach us. Remember, we wasn't allowed to read or write. Okay, this is what they tried to do.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 22. Servants, obey in all things your masters.
You see that? This is how they use the church, and then they'll use our people as well. They'll let some of us be so-called pastors to calm the niggas down, to calm the slaves down. Okay, that's what you seen in the movie Nat Turner. I had that clip too, but I think I'm gonna skip it.
That's crazy, Kel. Because in the church, they give this to the people. The church teaches the human beings in the country that believe in freedom, that freedom is good and America's about freedom, but they have to reconcile all of these people who look like humans that are brown to them, that by saying that they're not only uncivilized humans, they're just not humans at all. And they read this to them: servants obey in all things your masters, and they say their masters is you. And the Edomite says, yeah, I am the master. But why did he assume that he was the master in the script? Why did he think that was even talking about him?
Exactly.
They got it from the Christianity of that Edomite.
They might as well had Willie Lynch on there telling them what to do. You use this scripture right here, and you tell them this. You know what I mean? So read it again.
Servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing God.
So obey your masters, but meanwhile, they don't know what the hell that's talking about. Get Leviticus 25 and 39.
Bring it up.
They don't know what the hell they talking about.
Leviticus chapter 25, verse 39.
Let's see what it is really talking about. Go ahead.
And if thy brother,
so it's talking about your people, the Israelites. This is the laws, Moses speaking to the Israelites. If your brother, the Israelites, go ahead.
That dwelleth by thee be waxen poor.
If he's fallen on hard times, go ahead.
And be sold unto thee.
And be sold unto thee, meaning you hired him because he fell on hard times. This is not to do your brother in and make him serve with rigor like they done to us. Wow. So they use the scriptures because remember, go ahead. I'm gonna get it.
Thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant.
That's exactly the point that I just made. Making him serve with rigor. Go ahead.
In other words, he just worked for you.
Right. He just worked for you. You just hired him because he fell on hard times. His job fired him. Whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? That's what that means. When it says slave, obey your slave master, meaning obey the one that gave you a job and hired you. Your brother at that. Go ahead.
But as an hired servant, and as a sojourner, he shall be with thee and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee.
Read.
And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him.
Read.
And shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return.
To the possessions, his possessions should you return, meaning you're going to give it. You're not, when you let him go after, you know what I mean, he worked for you for so long, certain amount of years. Okay, when you let him go, you're going to let him go with something. You're going to give him something. Right. That's not what they done to us. So they mistook that scripture and told us whatever. And this is why our people today, like a white man wrote that book, because they still think They still think in white man's eyes. They still think they still believe in the lies that he has told us. Right. Meanwhile, get Exodus chapter 21 verse. Is it 21:16? Yes, sir. Is that what I want? Yeah, 21:16.
Exodus.
That's how you know what Esau meant for it is a damn lie. Slave, obey your slave master, meaning that we need to follow him in everything that he do and obey him and only him. Right. You know what I mean? This is how you know he lying. Read that.
Exodus chapter 21 verse 16. Mm-hmm. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
You see that? So that's how you know that slave master, obey your slaves the way that they meant it is a damn lie. Because the scriptures right here, the law says if a man steal another man, okay, and sell him or whatever the case may be, if you steal a man and make him be a slave, that man should be put to death. So why he, you know what I mean? If he believed in the Bible, he should have been put to death, right?
Right.
All praises. Next video. No. I have more. We gotta come out of this. It just ain't got time, y'all. It just ain't got time. But that's still. Go back to it. Go back to it
next time.
Right, next time. That's still the point, though.
Part 3.
the church. They use the church as our oppressor. Go all right. Come out of this. Go to the next video. To oppress us. Christianity is the oppression. Oppressive. Okay, so we're gonna have to skip this. Skip this. That was what do you call it?
Goodbye, Uncle Tom.
Yeah, that was Goodbye, Uncle Tom. Skip this as well.
Dang, y'all.
Push play on this real quick.
I don't know this.
Oh, this is okay. Yeah, let's play this.
You a child of God. You got purpose. The law put it there, and nobody can take it away.
These books are for white folks. They're full of things your kind wouldn't understand. You're a special boy, Nathaniel. Study hard here.
Your slaves sure do know how to behave.
Well, they God-fearing. One of them's a preacher.
People might pay good money to have them calm down a bit, especially
so
by one of their own.
Pause it. Now, the reason why I got this because when you read some of the pages that I had in that book, it actually shows you how that's what the churches did. They will use our people that were able to read or able to read the scriptures. They will use them to tell their lies on the scriptures to the people to keep the people calm. Right. Back in the day, Al Sharpton, let me just put it like that. Ooh, that stung, didn't it? Back in the day, Al Sharpton, preacher
Jesse
for
Jackson.
hire, Jesse Jackson, preacher
Right.
for hire. You know what I mean?
If you doing part 3?
I don't know.
I'll bring that slave Bible in.
Yeah. We always gonna need that. Bring it in.
Yes,
It'll
sir.
be a part 3 then.
All right. Play.
I lead you to Peter 2:18. Submit yourselves to your masters.
Ain't that what we just
Not
see
only-
that? You see that? Use the Bible to make the slaves feel a certain type of way towards the slave, which when really in reality it never meant none of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just the way it explained. That's their lies that they have told unto us. Go ahead, play.
To those who are good and considerate, but also to those who are harsh.
That's that. Now, see, you know what I mean? They'll read scriptures like that for them to be able to conduct violence against us, and then we sit there and they say, turn the other cheek.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Nah, hell no. What? Look,
Love your
I'm not
enemy.
promoting violence, but if somebody's doing something, you got the right to protect yourself. Damn it.
That's right.
It is what it is. You ain't gonna just come up to me and do something to my wife or do something to me. Shoot.
Gonna be a bad day.
Go ahead, man. Play on. All right, come out of this. Come out of this. Go to the next video. Play this. There's another pastor right here. So-called pastor. Let's see what they taught us how to be.
This arena, Saints, this is going to cost about $1.4 million. The arena, to rent out the arena by itself with nothing else, costs $250,000 for 2 nights. We have that paid. I need you
Pause
to
it.
sow big.
You see this right here? Pastor says y'all need to sow a seed and give your earthly possessions to the ministry. So as he goes on, he's telling them to sell their houses. Also, he can buy an arena or whatever he's saying that he buying. And I believe this is the same guy that was in court for stealing and all of that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? For stealing from his people, from his congregants. You know what I mean? This is the type of, give me Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10 real quick.
Isaiah chapter 56. Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs.
You see that? His watchmen, his pastors like this are blind. Okay, they are ignorant. They're ignorant to God's laws and how to teach the people correctly to redeem them from the hell that we are in, from the conditions that we're in. They're blind. Go ahead, read. They are dumb dogs, read.
They cannot bark.
They cannot bark. They cannot warn the people. Why? Because they don't know how. They have no knowledge to do so. Read.
Sleeping.
Only worried about what they can do for themselves. Read.
Lying down.
Uh-huh.
Loving to slumber.
Uh-huh. Read.
Yea, they are greedy dogs.
They are all greedy dogs. He to ask and sow a seed, sell your possessions. Some of you got 20,000. Some of you got 40,000. Some of you got 10,000. What the hell? Our people poor as hell out here, man. Right. We just read in Isaiah 14 and 32. We are the poor. Go ahead.
Which can never have enough.
And he can never have enough. He already been in trouble for something and he at it again. Damn devil. He at it again trying to take from the people. They riding the bus to his damn church. Come on out of that. Skip this video. Go to the next video.
Come on, man.
I know.
That's crazy.
So look, this your white pastor right here teaching to you blacks. You love her. You love Miss Ann so much. Go ahead.
Fry some chicken, you're gonna need some. You're gonna fry some fish, you're gonna need some. You're gonna fry some vegetables, you're gonna need some. You're gonna fry some bacon, you need some. No. You don't need no oil when you fry bacon, because what? Bacon has its own oil. I want you to look over at somebody and say, me like bacon, baby.
Look, pause it right there. Pause it. There ain't nothing but black people in there.
Oh, my God.
Teaching them to break the laws of God, teaching them to
you
break the dietary law.
She ain't talking about no turkey bacon.
And hell no, she ain't talking. It got its own oil. You stupid, man.
She talking about Matthew 25?
What
about the lamps?
So, that's what she's alluding to.
I can't believe.
And then she tried to add bacon in there, swine up in there.
I'm done. And look who's
all women, black old women.
They love that thing.
They love this white. Look, go ahead, Miss Ann, you got it. Oh my goodness. Come out of this. Go to the next one. What's the next one? All right, before we get this, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and play this real quick.
You know, it's hard to be black in a world controlled by white folks.
Pause it. Get Luke. I don't just get it. Have it. Get Luke chapter 14, verse 14:26. I think it is. Luke 14:20. 14:28. I think I want to start it. And also get Matthew 20 and 20. Go ahead, play it.
Du Bois said we always have the double consciousness. We trying to be black, and meanwhile you got a white ghost hovering over your head that says, if you don't do this, you'll get killed. If you don't do this, you won't get no money. If you don't do this, nobody will think you beautiful. If you don't do this, nobody will think you smart. That's the ghost. You're trying to be black, and the ghost is telling you to be a ghost. We hope you won't submit.
Pause. He said you're trying to be something, but the ghost is telling you to be a ghost, meaning continue to be nothing. Continue to realize, to not realize your value. I want you. That's what the enemy is telling you. That's what we need to be redeemed from. That's why our nation needs to be redeemed. Redemption of a nation. Why? Because our enemy's telling us to continue to be nothing. Continue to be niggas. Continue to be single parent, baby mamas and baby daddies and abortion clinics. Continue to do that. Continue to be drug addicts. But no, go ahead. We refuse to be that. We're going to stand up for God. We refuse to do that. We refuse to march to your beat drum. However you say that damn proverb, whatever you say. Go ahead.
When we greet each other on the street, we say, what time is it? We always say it's nation time.
That's what it is. Right. Run that part. Can you rewind it a little bit or no? No? He said, every time you see your brother, you say, what time is it? You say it's nation time. That's exactly what it is. It's nation time. Nation building. Okay? Bringing us back to who we truly are, our heritage, our culture, our God. Okay? That's what time it is. It's nation time. The nation of the Israelites. Come on, is there any more in there?
And we say, what's going to happen? We say land is going to change hands.
And when we start to have that mentality, things is going to change here. Things is going to start to change. Give me that in Luke. Luke chapter 14, verse 28, I think it is.
Luke chapter 14, verse 28. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Lest haply...
So which of you sit down and think to build, but you didn't count the cost? We as men got to count the cost, okay? We got to be prepared, okay, for things. Because once you start to build, you start to go outside of what they taught us, okay? Understand, they're going to start to come for us. Go ahead, read on. They don't like that thing. You ain't going to take my niggas away from me. You're not going to take my slaves away from me, okay? Because when you say that, when you start doing that, you saying you taking their kingdom. You taking their earth. You taking their world. You taking everything that they know. You taking everything that they built. Can you imagine you built something and somebody that you deemed as nothing, and that you deemed as 3/5 of man, he coming to take that? Can you imagine that? How pissed off you would be? Well, be pissed. I don't give a damn. Be mad. Be fearful too. Go ahead.
Lest haply, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
So we need to have the mentality, okay, that when we start to build in this, that you don't waver. Okay, and don't worry about what people got to say. As long as you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you good. Okay, give me. We gonna drop that. Give me
Matthew.
Matthew 20.
Matthew chapter 20, verse 20. Then came.
So
to
just
him,
know when we go to build, when we go to start to taking down this kingdom, like Daniel 7 and 18 says, and the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. When we start to do that, know that there's going to come persecution. Okay, and Christ tells us that. Go ahead, read.
Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him. And he said unto her, What wilt thou? She saith unto him, Grant that these my two sons may sit, the one at thy right hand and the other on the left, in thy kingdom. But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of?
You know what I'm saying? Which one of you intended to build a house but didn't realize that persecution was going to come with that? That's what Christ's saying. He said, you don't know what you ask. When you go to redeem your people out of the hellish condition that our enemies put in, understand that we got adversaries that's going to come up against us. You don't know what you asking for. Christ had to go through persecution. Guess what? His servant's going to go through persecution. Right. But you need to prepare your mind for that. Go ahead.
And
this what it takes to truly be a redeemer or a redeemer of your nation. This is the type of mindset you need to have. Go ahead.
And to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with?
Read.
They say unto him, We are able. And he saith unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup,
Read.
And be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with.
Read.
But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give.
So you indeed will see persecution. You indeed will have tribulations. Okay, things will definitely come your way when you start to take down your enemy's kingdom. I just wanted y'all to understand that thing. So before we go, I got one more video. Okay, and I also wanted to say this. I know I wrote it down because I wanted to make a point to say it. That's how Bishop y'all also say, right? I wanted to make a point to say this, though. I know we are a traumatized people, and it will be a journey to redeem our nation. But with faith, discipline, and dedication, it will happen. All right? So give me James 2 and 17 real quick. James chapter 2, verse 17.
James chapter 2 and verse 17. Even so faith, if it had not works, is dead.
So I just wanted that right there. You can have all the faith in the world that you want, but you also need works. Remember we read in that Luke last time, we read in Luke 17 verse 20, okay, the kingdom of heaven come with not by observation. It's not okay. Remember the first video. This is our people, our nation. We need to do more than listen to the people. We need to do more than just hear the people. Okay, we need to go out there and put boots on the ground. Okay, and correct our people and fix the problems that's going on with our people. Read that one more time.
Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone.
All right. So I'm gonna read this one more time. I know I know we are a traumatized people, and it will be a journey to redeem our nation. But with faith, discipline, and dedication, it will happen. Also remember, trauma explains behavior. It does not excuse behavior. We need to remember that. Trauma explains behavior, but it does not excuse behavior. Okay, play this last video. We all seen this video before, but I love this thing because it shows that long as we continue to have faith and we can fight, we can overcome anything. And that's what we will overcome these other nations. We will overcome our enemies. So go ahead and play that.
Ain't nobody poisoned Nate.
Nah. Nate is going off.
That's not coincidence. In this thing of ours, we don't believe in coincidence. We believe everything is spiritual.
And in the dream, he was at Bishop Nate's house.
Nate Satan himself, the head chief demon, Beelzebub himself.
What it is that he's being judged by the Most High. He ain't trying to admit it.
Detective Nate, man. Detective Nate.
Most High is finally catching up to you behind.
Pause it real quick. I want you to realize that persecution is not going to only come from your enemies that's foreign. It also will come from enemies that's domestic, meaning your own people. Right. Your own people will come because that's what they taught us to be. Remember, that's what I've been showing you the whole night. Okay, they taught us to come against one another. Understand that thing, but go ahead.
Let's see if I can catch Nate Satan. He saw the bishop, Nate, laying on the bed and looked very sick. And it seemed he was going to die.
His flesh is consumed away, that it cannot be seen, and his bones that were not seen stick out. Yea, his soul draweth near unto the grave, and his life to the destroyers. If there be a messenger with him, an interpreter, one among 1,000 to show unto man his uprightness, then he is gracious unto him, and saith, deliver him from going down to the pit. I have found a ransom. His flesh shall be fresher than a child's. He shall return to the days of his youth. He shall pray unto God, and will be favorable unto him. And he shall see his face with joy, for he will render unto man his righteousness. It is God that avengeth me, and that bringeth down the people under me, and it bringeth me forth from mine enemies. Thou also hast lifted me up on high, above them that rose up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. By this I know that thou favorest me, because mine enemies doth not triumph over me. And as for me, thou holdest me in mine integrity, and settest me before thy face forever. Let the enemy persecute my soul, and take it. Yea, let him tread down my life upon the earth, and lay mine honor in the dust, Selah. Arise, O Lord, in thine anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies, and await for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over.
Hey, Israel, always remember to pray for redemption of your nation. Always pray for vengeance for your nation. Always pray for destruction to your enemies, whether foreign or domestic. If they're your enemies, pray for that thing, for them to be destroyed. With that, Israel, we say shalom. Oh, no, hold on. I'm sorry. Hey, it's over, though. Shalom, y'all. Most High Christ bless. Go ahead, read that.
Don't neglect to give alms. Donate to IUIC Gastonia at iuic.gastonia.nc@israelunite.org. Also, the Booster Club at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. Also, rate our broadcast using this QR code and then fill out the survey. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel and the videos, and make sure you hit the bell notification to get the notifications for when we are live, which is every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Bible, Book of Our Fathers YouTube channel.
All right, Israel. Hey, happy Sabbath to y'all again. I pray y'all got something out of that. Shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom,
Most High in
Israel.
Christ bless.
Happy Sabbath.